Hey everybody, I'm Matt Hill. I'm here in Denver, Colorado. We're at the VPPPA conference at the Gaylord. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, Mark Nelson with Tyfoom out of Utah.
How, Mark, well, where'd you grow up, Mark?
I grew up actually in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Oh, nice.
So, yep, born and bred there.
What got you into safety and your company? You know, what was your path?
Yeah, I think helping people has always been a passion of mine. And
Servant's heart, I knew it.
You know, well, I love getting people home safe every night.
Yep.
Is something that's near and dear to all of our hearts and is a big deal. And that's actually the reason we started Tyfoom 7 years ago. It's expanded a little bit beyond safety because when you're able to help people to do their jobs better, safer, faster by just teaching people, what Tyfoom does is we approach training a little differently where we engage everybody every single day in a company.
Yeah.
And so 1 to 2 minute videos every single day, helping them to do their jobs better, safer, faster.
Well, I came out here. I love to break out of my silo of Oklahoma and oil and gas, but I'm on the board, fortunately for MSEPs, and it's our oil and gas safety people. And I love finding other organizations out there that we can kind of start collaborating. And man, this is a really cool platform, not just software, but I just call it a platform.
Sure.
Where I think it'd be very valuable for oil and gas companies to take a look at and see how they might collaborate with you to get, man, we have so many people, and I've become very sentimental about our industry, but we have so many people that just don't understand what you and I talked about earlier. If you're truly passionate about safety, you're probably going to save yourself time anyway.
Absolutely. Yeah, and we love the oil and gas industry. A lot of our customers are in heavy civil and manufacturing, and so we kind of have vertical and horizontal construction.
Yep.
Haven't done a lot in oil and gas yet. Yes, we would love to be involved more with the oil and gas industry. Actually, my father had a couple small oil and gas exploration companies back in the 80s. So we've had just a little bit of experience there, but it is a product that can definitely make a massive impact, not only in getting people home safe at night, but I'm going to bring back in the productivity. Because when you can teach people how to do their jobs better, that can also be more productive. And then also for company owners, that'll help them to make more money. So it's kind of a win-win-win.
Yeah, I think this adds a lot of value to all the HSE people out there that are training, our personnel, and really relying on what you said, micro learning.
Yes,
and almost in entertainment, we're all used to scrolling and seeing little snippets of things that are entertaining, but also, very e-learning, if you will, and educational.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because we were talking about this kind of off camera. Is one thing that makes Tyfoom such a great tool is we're entering a space where all of the people already are. And what I mean by that is every single day, hopefully not at work, people are on these devices and they're scrolling through and watching short videos. It's something that people already do. When I need to do something around the house, I'm going to go search and find the shortest video that'll teach me how to do something. So it's a space that people are used to. And we're just entering that space in the workplace by saying 1 to 2 minute videos, 3 questions every single day, because people are paid to get work done.
Yep.
But there's something special that comes from top of mind awareness.
Good.
There's the red car theory. It's kind of like you see a red car, and now as you drive around, you see red cars everywhere. And so what we think about grows. There's a reason we do training every single day, not once a month, not once a quarter, once a year. I'm not saying that's the wrong thing to do. I love shoulder-to-shoulder training. That is the very best.
Okay.
It's just very expensive to scale.
Yeah.
But you can have the shoulder-to-shoulder training and say that's an all-day Friday or a part-a-day Friday. And then on Monday, what happens over the next several Mondays is people forget 95% of what was taught, but not if you have reinforcement training with 1 to 2 minute videos every single day. Then you truly have what I call a knowledge transfer. I think what we're kind of good at in the country, which I don't like, is what I call an information dump. Yeah. And we kind of think, great, Matt, I trained you. Thanks. See you later. But what we're really trying to do is increase capacity. Yeah, we're trying to increase capacity. And we increase capacity by building the person. So Tyfoom is in business to empower organizations and individuals to become more. we want them to become more successful. And as we build the person, as we focus on all of the people out there, then that helps the business also to grow.
Well, I love what you're doing. It just sits, near and dear to my heart. My son and I had a candid conversation not too long ago about it's becoming harder and harder to recruit young leaders
Yes.
into industry, whether it be construction, whether it be oil and gas. And you ask them like, well, why? And they see a lot of the same, and I'm going to just call it misinformation out there, but there's always going to be jobs in industry, and definitely oil and gas and energy, but they see it as unsafe, maybe deadly. They see the people getting hurt. I'm like, man, we're really pushing and striving to do a better job with our safety all across. Our industry leaders are keeping the people that we bring in as safe as possible and efficient, and giving investors, returns on their investment. And part of that is keeping the best people and recruiting the best. So we want the safest environment out there. And I think technology is just another great innovative way to ensure that those people go home to their families, and all the work that they're doing, it's for a reason.
I love that you bring up technology, and I think that we have to embrace technology a little bit. I mean, think about exploration and drilling and the technology that's happened in the past 30 years. Who wants to go do that the old way? Yet we still are doing training and communication the old way. And we have to do better. If we want to attract the new young talent, just introduce a little bit of technology with the old elbow grease, right? There's nothing wrong with some of the old school stuff, but let's have a great mix of the old school with technology. And I really think that we can attract a really nice chunk of the new generation and let them see that this is a great industry to be in.
So Tyfoom, before I let you off the hook as my victim, safety platform, it tracks all the training you're doing. Give me some of the highlights.
Yeah, so one thing that we talked about is the magic is in the 1 to 2 minute training videos every single day. We also have a communication piece. So oftentimes I'll say, all right, Matt, if you have an organization that has 1,000 people and you want to send a message out to them, how would you do it?
Okay.
And a lot of times people are like, and I'm like, wait,
Not
say you're the
just an
CEO
email.
of a company, like you want a message to get out to everybody. So we have a communication system, whether it's more like a text message or a video as well. The difference between that and sending anything else is everything on our platform is gamified.
Okay.
So when I send out a daily training video, if they do it or don't do it that day, it affects their performance score. It affects their badges. So we have the daily videos, we have communication at will, whatever you want. We have on-demand videos. So if they want to, maybe they haven't done a certain task in a while and they want to pull it up and then not get hurt or do it a better, safer, faster way. We have company policies. We have, you can clock in, clock out. We have a recording of in-person meetings. So kind of the toolbox talks, instead of passing around a clipboard, you can pull out your phone, digitally sign in, and even have them answer a question.
Wow.
There's just this whole suite of little tools.
I wasn't kidding. It wasn't a
It really is a platform.
It was a full suite.
It is a little suite. We're trying to help owners connect with their people. And, in a tough job market, it's changing a little bit now, but you want to build a connection, and it's really hard to do with a diverse, spread out workforce. How do you build culture when you're on 20 different sites, or even you're in 20 different places all within this site? There's got to be a better way to show that you care, to build a connection with people. And through video is one way we can do it. Again, I'm going to go back. This is something they're already used to.
Yeah.
And so it's so fun to see some of our customers, and it's the VP or the president or the safety professional, or it's the CEO, and they create this 1 to 2 minute video. They send it out to everybody. And when I'm watching it, I'm like, Matt, you're my CEO. I'm like, Matt's talking to me. If we can't do it in person, there's something magic about seeing a video here. And it really does help to build that.
That's great. How do people get a hold of you? What's the website?
So just remember Tyfoom. It's a misspelling, so it's TYFOOM. M as in Mark.com. Yeah, so it's tyfoom.com. And we'd love to chat more with anybody if it seems like a fit. We really like to learn about what you do
a
first.
Demo app too, where they can get
We
started.
do, absolutely. Yeah, our first meeting really, Matt, is just learning about you and what your company is doing. The great thing, because if you're in business and you're doing well, you're doing
scalable, right? So
what's that?
Scalable. So what size company, really for 10 employees up to 1 million or whatever?
Everything in between.
Okay.
We have some very large customers, tens of thousands of that have tens of thousands of employees, and then we're also a great tool for the little guys if they have the discipline to kind of care and to do things. The great thing is you can tap in. We have like 700 pre-made videos. OSHA, mental health is a big deal these days. We have like 75 mental health videos. We have a ton of just HR videos, and then a ton of videos just like, I care about you as a person.
Don't you like poking fun at OSHA? It's funny. So we have some OSHA guys that come to our MSEPS meetings, and I'm always like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if OSHA showed up? And I'm like, I tell them all the time, like, all you do, right, is just find people. Like, you don't really train anybody. You don't help them in any way. You're kind of like the ATF of safety. And you just go in and like prod a little, you turn the knife a little bit, like, oh, you got some glaring problems here. You owe us money for those. I'm like, wouldn't it be great if you just walked in and cut them a check to fix all of that? Like, you know what? We got this. That would be something.
It would be cool. You know what? we actually love OSHA. The very beginning of Tyfoom, came from a meeting that was with some industry leaders in DC with OSHA.
Yeah.
And the problem was that they had a little breakout session, and they said, let's just talk real. What are some of the challenges that's facing the industries? And when they came back together, there were a couple things that were said. And I believe one person had said, okay, here's the deal. We're a general contractor. We have all these people working on our jobs. It's really hard for us to affect their safety because they're not our employees, yet we're jointly responsible. And so between that, and then literally somebody from OSHA said, we have all these standards. We really struggle to get these out to the people that need it. So I'm talking about to the end of the row, the people that'll actually make a difference for. And so you think about it. So what we did is we made the OSHA standards, I'm not going to say fun, but I'm going to say informative, and I'm going to say engaging. And so we've developed hundreds of OSHA videos in 1 to 2 minute segments that teach people how to be, that teach people the standards.
Well done. Well, thank you, Mark.
You're welcome. Thanks for stopping by. It's awesome to meet you.
We'll see you at the next booth, but reach out to Tyfoom, see if they can help you in your own safety culture. Take care. God bless you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Thanks, man.